The FDA standard for clean milk is 20,000 general bacteria count, and we're at our high, like a high test for us is 9,400. So like our milk is clean. But yeah, so it's pretty simple. Very low tech, I think. And you can spend a lot more. You can get labs with digital thermometers, stuff like that. And yeah, it looks very overwhelming. I had people that sent me lists of pretty much what I need, and so like links to buy everything and stuff like that. So that makes it a lot nicer too.
This is cool to see.
Yeah, we're down by our office or in my basement, and this is our lab where we test our milk. We try to test every batch that we bottle, and just the unfortunate thing about testing is it takes 24 hours to test. So if we do have a batch that's really high, it would already be delivered to the customers until we catch it. But we haven't had a test that, like I said, FDA standards are 20,000. 10,000 is high for us. We've been down as low as 300, but we're usually around the 4,000 to 5,000. And so we're not usually too worried about shipping the milk. It's not, and if something does happen, we'll recall it. But that's nice, we don't have to put out, I can go in and look at the 100 people that ordered that day, and I can contact them directly and say, hey, this is, I don't have to send out a mass email or a public statement or whatever that don't buy from this store, or if you bought, in the last 2 weeks or whatever. But so it's just a benefit. For milk, it's about that much milk. And you put it on this card. For this card, you mix it with distilled water. So we mix it in these bottles, put the milk in, stir it around, take it out, and then put it in here. And then you put this in the incubator. Just set this in here for 24 hours, and then you bring it out. And it's just a magnifying glass, and then you count the dots. However many dots there are, you times it by 100, and that's your bacteria count. So this last test I did was higher, so I know I either didn't clean equipment right, or I didn't clean an udder, or one of my inflations got a crack or something, like so now I have to watch that. But 9,400 is high for us. And like this one, 150,000, it was insane but that was one test. So you look across here, and that's one test that was way out of line.
Yeah, 600, 1,200, 800.
So what happened, I remember that test specifically. What happened is I got distracted and I laid my thing on the table. Normally I don't let it touch anything until it's on the thing. So I laid that down on the table and then put that, and that test was like astronomically high. And then we have another little card that's red that you just put the milk straight onto, and that's your mastitis, or your like somatic cell, to make sure the udders are like there's no infection in the cows. And the same thing, you put it in here for 24 hours, and then you just read it under the magnifying glass. And that one is whatever number you see, that's however many it is.